What is going on, guys? I am BlackOpsAmazing. Welcome back to another video on the channel where today we are looking at the story of Ghost, one of my favourite characters in the Call of Duty series, and I know he is a fan favourite of a lot of other people, so I thought, you know what, why not do a story of video on him? On my channel I've done loads of story videos on different characters from zombies, ranging from Richtofen to Misty, the Pentagon Thief Brutus, Ted, Brock and Gary, Dr. Porter, the Hellhound Samantha, the Ghosts from Buried, and loads of other characters as well. And I absolutely love making those videos, but since we've pretty much covered all of the zombies characters, I thought, you know what, why not tell the story of one of my favourite characters in Call of Duty, and this is Ghost. If you do enjoy today's video and want to see more, make sure you drop a like rating, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, make sure you are subscribed, and without further ado, let's get into it. Here we go. Simon Riley, otherwise known as Ghost, because of his heartless father, had a very traumatic childhood, growing up in Manchester, England. On most days, his father brought back dangerous animals and taunted him with them, even going so far to force him to kiss a snake or threaten to kill him with them. When he and his younger brother Tommy got older, Tommy would always wear a school mask at night to scare Simon. At one concert, his father even made him laugh at the death of a prostitute who was addicted to drugs. So you can see Simon Riley had a very traumatic childhood. But as Simon grew up, he got a job as an apprentice butcher at a grocery store. However, after the September 11 attacks, Riley joined the military, and then which he eventually joined the SAS. After a few missions, one day in January 2003, Simon came back home and found his family in a predicament. His mother was constantly getting cheated on, and his brother was addicted to drugs, and so he opted not to go back to his life at the military until he fixed their lives. However, eventually, Simon Riley and a few of his friends are sent on a mission to take down a Mexican drug dealer named Manuel Rober, who was expanding into smuggling terrorists into the US from Coahuila. Riley and his friends thought this mission was going to be easy, however that was until their leader, Vernon, betrayed them to the enemy. Riley and his team were handed over to Rober, and he tortured them. He beat them, hit them, and this constant pain of torture that Riley was enduring only reminded him of his traumatic childhood. In an effort by Rober to get Riley to kill Vernon, he is brainwashed to imagine skulls painted on people's faces to remind him of how much he hated his father. But Riley still wouldn't kill him, and so he was beat and left for dead in a coffin underground with the rotting corpse of Vernon. Not too long after though, still alive, Riley escaped his intended grave by painstakingly digging himself out using Vernon's lower jawbone. He eventually manages to make his way home to Manchester and requests to rejoin the military, intending to continue his hunt for Rober. However, his therapist refuses to clear him for duty because of the lingering effects of Rober's brainwashing. Frustrated with his therapist and the state of his mind, Riley reconnects with his previous friends who were on the same mission to find Rober to relax. But soon afterwards, it is revealed that Sparks and Washington are still brainwashed and are actually working for Rober. They betray Riley, they slaughter his entire family except for his father, and when Riley discovers their corpses, he laughs and slips further into madness. Riley was then framed for the murder of his family, but he didn't care. And knowing that his father would be killed next, he visits him at his hospital. There, Riley asks why he laughs when he sees dead people, and his father reminds him of the time of when he accidentally killed a whore when he tried paying her with a drug shot. Riley witnessed this, but his father started laughing at how the addict died with a smile, where he then asked Riley to laugh with him, and that's what they did. They both laughed. And with this answer, Riley leaves, and once he exits the building, he hears a gunshot from the hospital. In the following days, Riley then follows Sparks and Washington to a military outpost in Bonington, where he kills Washington and brings Sparks back home. At his house, he tortures and makes Sparks regret his crime against Riley. Riley then switches their tags, shoots Sparks in the mouth, and burns the house. When he did this, Riley then went back to Coahuila to capture Rober's right hand at a bar. Riley brings him back to where he was brainwashed, which was now abandoned, and tortures Rober's right hand until he reveals the location of his boss. With Riley now having the location of Rober's whereabouts, he infiltrates Rober's summer house and steals information on the terrorists smuggling from his mainframe. Riley finally confronted Robert in a blazing firefight, but Robert desperately escaped out of a window, which is where Riley shot him in the back and then the head. He then sets his entire estate on fire and leaves. And as Riley's walking away from the fire through the open field, a helicopter arrives and he is approached by a man who goes by the name of General Shepard. Shepard recruits Riley into Task Force 141 under the name Ghost. Now working for Task Force 141 as Ghost, Riley went on many missions to different places. At one point, he was sent alone against some terrorists in a grade school in Ukraine, where he deliberately got himself caught and told the terrorists and the children there of his past before the rest of his team arrives to free him and the children. He was also sent on a joint Task Force 141 and Delta Force operation, codenamed Operation Kingfish, where Ghost worked alongside Captain Price, John Soap, Roach, Sandman, and Frost. They assaulted a main compound where they had to recover some intel, but got ambushed by a bomb, forcing the team to evacuate. During the evac, Soap was wounded by an RPG and was partially knocked out. An AC-130 then tried to defend the team as they sprinted towards their evac point, but it was shot down, leaving the team completely vulnerable, and Price selflessly stayed behind to facilitate the team's escape. Ghost then takes part in the infiltration of a Russian oil rig, which is being used as a makeshift SAM site to rescue hostages. After clearing the oil rig, Ghost takes part in the operation to rescue prisoner 627 from a Russian labor camp. He takes control of the facility's security systems and guides Soap and Roach to the prisoner. In Ghost's next mission, he helps Captain Price infiltrate a Russian submarine base along with other Task Force 141 members. However, he is shocked when Price launches an ICBM at Washington, DC, where the Russian-American war rages on. Ghost contacts command of Code Black, the statement that a threat of nuclear weapon has been launched and must be disposed of immediately. However, we don't know this for sure, but it is possible that he retracted this after he learned of what Price's intentions were. However, after battling through all of this, Ghost in his final mission leads a strike team to search for Vladimir Makarov at his safe house on the Georgian-Russian border. However, Makarov is nowhere to be found, but the safe house is loaded with intel. A bloody goldmine, as Ghost said. Ghost, along with Roach, Ozone and Scarecrow, with sniper support from Archer and Toad, protect the DSM while it downloads information regarding Makarov's operations. But as the team head to the LZ, it turned out that they were actually set up by Shepard. Ozone and Scarecrow are killed and Roach is injured, and so Ghost manages to pick Roach up and bring him to the LZ, but when they get there, they are betrayed by Shepard, in which he shoots both Roach and Ghost in the chest before they could do anything, and then both Roach and Ghost's body is thrown into a ditch and set on fire. And so that is the story of Ghost. Initially recruited by General Shepard, but in the end betrayed by him and killed. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, you guys know what to do. Drop a like rating. Let me know in the comment section below if you want to see any more characters that you would like me to cover. Make sure you are subscribed, drop a like rating, and of course we'll see you all in the next video. Until then, goodbye.
You have the DSM. We got it, sir. Good. That's one less loose end.